Okay, so a big portion of our tokens is for the distribution side of things and for marketing, because you're 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 leading a community to move away from their daily norm, as we are globally, away from cash. Cash is now considered a very dirty word in a lot of places, shall we say. It shouldn't be, but it's not convenient. It's not scalable in terms of trackable. You're at risk if you walk out, even in the streets of London now. The safety in terms of cash holdings is not great. How we make the change is we're making their lives more convenient. So every day they can buy a product, they can use a product. You can't. It's very hard to comprehend if you've lived in a Western society all your life, but we can go on Amazon, we can go on the internet, Google whatever we want, be it insurance, be it some present for my girlfriend or whatever it may be. It's very easy. But when you don't have access to banking and you have a limited resource in your pocket, those services become very difficult, and that goes down to basic, health insurance or travel insurance or home content insurance. These things that we probably, some of us buy and some of us don't and take for granted, is just not available in the marketplace if your net worth is under $10,000. And I think that's where KamPay is going to bring the mass adoption model throughout Africa, because we're giving them access. Suddenly, with your $10, you can buy even an investment program or a retirement. Everyone has a different number, and that number normally is not attractive to the big corporates if that number is low. But the advent of blockchain and the technology is making access easier and cheaper, so you can start investing with $1, $2. As you can see, even Robinhood, is getting millions of people into the trading platforms because their entry level is a lot lower, and we're lowering that entry level furthermore to incorporate many more. So I hope that answers your question.
Just sort of going to questions like the project centralized. It's centralized in the way that it needs to be actually developed outside of a tech development way. So a lot of tech development is tokenized because it actually looks for many coders to get involved in it, and it pays them that way through currency. That's not what's happening here. It's decentralized in that it's open to the great number of people to be part of the KamPay community and to take over it. But at this stage of the development, what it actually requires is for just a few very experienced people who are very driven to just get it to the next stage. So there's advantages when you need loads of coders to develop out a sprawling blockchain. But when you get above layer 1 and layer 2, and you get to where we are, which is about mass adoption, what you actually need is just something that drives it to the next stage. As time goes on, the centralization will decrease, our influence will decrease, and the KamPay will have a life of its own. But in this inception stage, it's like building a rocket. There's only so many hands that can hold the spanner, and if too many do, you'll never have a rocket.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there are many true real project-driven projects, cryptos out there that aren't centralized, to be perfectly honest, unless you're talking about meme tokens and people giving up sort of ownership structures. But with no owners, no one who's going to drive the product.